is Todd of Sannhet. Right now we're in Queens, New York, on our way to see Colin Marston of Krallice, Dysrhythmia, Behold the Octopus, and Gorguts. Last summer, we recorded our first full-length, Known Flood, at Colin's studio, 1,000 Caves, and we're just gonna go back and, talk some shop and see what he's been up to since the recording, and, do some fun things. And I think he lives somewhere around here. Just take this left up here.
All right.
Way too much time.
Yes, you did. Just like right now.
What's going on, man? How you been?
I've been good. Working on an album for this band called Artificial Brain right now. I suppose loosely a death metal band. They're
Right.
sort of their own thing. It's got like a sci-fi theme, super low vocals, but like sort of progressive writing, like a good balance of dissonance and consonance, interesting guitar playing.
Awesome.
Really cool.
How was the, I saw you guys did that show at Abso.
Yeah, Krallice did, yep.
How'd it go?
It was good. Like I was telling you earlier, like it was nice that it was actually only two bands because they played alongside.
Right.
So I always like shows where there's no more than three bands because I just feel like everybody can internalize the music a lot easier. It's not like the endurance test of like one of those Summer Slaughter shows where it's like, we have 78 bands and they all sound like bleh.
What, you got anything planned coming up for Krallice, or?
Yeah, we have like 3 songs left over that we have had written for a while, and they're gonna be on a split. Not exactly sure what project it's gonna be with, but I'm under the impression, I've been talking with the guy who does the band Bluthaus Nord, and
awesome.
We were talking about doing a split with Bluthaus Nord, but he's been putting out a lot of releases, doing that like 3-part series he just did.
Totally.
So he was talking about starting a new band, which I don't know if it's a solo project or if it's going to be with other people or not, but that would potentially be who the split's with. But this is all just stuff we've been talking about, so there's nothing definite yet. But I imagine that would have potentially all 3 songs, depending on how much material he comes in with, what format the split will be on, and so forth. But then after that, we don't have anything written, and that's the first time that's happened. Because pretty much every time we recorded an album, we already had the next album pretty much written. So it's going to be interesting this time, I think, to like finish that stuff and then say, okay, what do we do next?
Right.
And potentially make it a little bit different than some of our other records have been. Always got to be making music.
Yep. Well, yeah, I mean, just walking in here, reminiscent of my week this past summer.
Was it really only a week?
It was a week. We split it up.
Right.
Because we didn't want to take an entire week off. Our full-time jobs.
Right. So we did like the tracking and then took a break and did mixing or something.
Yeah.
More and more, I find that to be like a handy way to approach doing records rather than just doing it all in one stretch, finishing it, and then not having a chance to kind of like digest it and then come back and make some changes. So there's something to be said for at least sort of starting a mix and then kind of having some time coming back to it.
Yeah, it was good. It allowed us time to like decompress, and then like actually we got together on our own when we were outside of your studio and thought about some other stuff that we might want to do or add and work on.
Right.
The whole electronic aspect and field recording aspect and all the extra stuff that we wanted to throw together.
Right.
And then all the stuff that we did while we were here. The 1-string bass.
Yes, actually, I bust that out every now and then to show people just because it's funny. There, actually this last band I was working with, they were like, has anybody ever used that? And I was like, this one band did.
Yeah, we got a pretty good just drone note out of it that worked really well.
Yeah, I remember doing the overdub for your guys' record. I remember we did a direct and it got like a lot of thick low end.
Totally. Yeah. So I mean, as far as our record goes, I wanted to come out, hang out, say what's up.
Yeah, so you guys just got your copies, you were saying, or you had a little bit, you had some a while ago and then you got the rest?
We got some for the record release show that we played last month with Death Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome show.
Cool.
Tons of fun. All right.
Oh, and then here it is.
drop
Awesome.
this off to you, you know?
That looks great. Who did the artwork?
AJ,
Oh,
yeah.
sweet.
in-house.
I mean, that guy's a jerk, but he's a good artist.
Yeah, he can be, you
It's
know,
good to have in your band.
pain in the ass.
Motherfucker, break the burner down, Paradise City. Tap it out. Shimmy dabba doo wow.
Yeah, no, I'm psyched to hear it. You guys sent me the mastered version before, and I listened to it, but that was a while ago, so I'm looking forward to hearing it again.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I was happy with the way it came out. It has like an organic sound, which I feel like I overuse that word sometimes, but just, you know, like it sounds. It doesn't sound like a live recording or a practice recording, but it doesn't sound like overly labored, you know, in terms of like.
Right.
Like it doesn't sound like everything's punched in. It doesn't sound like everything's edited. Like it sounds played like a band, and those are the kinds of bands I like to record. Are bands that like can just play their songs, and if you take the time to get a decent sound, it sounds good. And this was we were mentioning before. This is like the first release of the St. Vitus record label.
It is officially the first release on Sacrament.
Yeah, that place is kind of taken over. I feel like I'm like playing like a monthly show there now.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, between the label and St. Vitus Bar itself, it's just become like
It's a power.
It's an
It's a force.
It's an
in the world of metal.
institution, and it's not just a bar. It's not just a venue. It's a destination.
Yeah. It's more than the sum of its parts.
And it just felt natural as like a community and like a home thing, like the roots in Brooklyn. You know, just like everything coming together and being the first release. We were totally honored.